So you just raised 5 million in seed investment, but you have raised overall 24 million dollars. Like, help us understand where you're at with your journey. What are you investing that new money in to achieve your goals?
Yeah, we've been on a bit of a journey. I'll give you sort of the shortened version, shall we say. I mean, talk about 2023 being a challenging year. I mean, so like I said, the business was founded in 2018, 2019 raised some initial capital, and in 2020 we went live with Recast TV. Within 30 months, I'd raised over 20 million into the business, and the majority coming from one group who offered to acquire us in 2023, and it was a handsome nine-figure sum, and they were a great strategic partner, and so naturally we it was attractive to us, and we moved forward with it. 4 months later, at the table to sign the paperwork, they said, "Oh, we need to talk about the number at the moment. We've can't deploy this right now, etc." So there was it was a very challenging period, as you can imagine, and they offered to invest further capital to see us through to the acquisition and the deal that we wanted to get done. But I think people in the industry may be aware the money never landed. So in 2023, at short notice, I pulled in Interpath Advisory, restructuring advisors, and tried to salvage the business. But we were insolvent, and the the situation was so complicated that new investors weren't willing to come in, and the whole thing was a bit of a mess. So I had no choice. I had to put the business into administration, and let go of all the staff, which was horrific, and turn the platform off that was already serving hundreds of rights owners. But within a week, I bought the IP, the technology that we had developed, having raised funds from Ed Woodward's, Gavin Peck, and a few individuals, and bought that into a new vehicle. And that's when I said, look, why don't we take this forward in a different way? We've created a destination before. We've got a tool. Why don't we take that tool to across the internet? And that's where last year raised a Series Seed round, which is kind of strange when you've been on a what's it now 6 7 year journey and grown to a nine-figure valuation through various rounds of funding and an offer to then be at Series Seed and like restarting. But that was led by Morpheus Ventures out of LA and Cooley. They invested the law firm, and that allowed us to just change the way in what our product was, and we brought that back to market. And so that 5 million plus rounds last year enabled us to build out the technology in the way that we have, so that whether it's a simple code snippet to embed your item and your content and the smart paywall in front of it onto your platform, or whether it's through our API, these are the things that we've been building out so that partners, rights owners, and across beyond sport as well, TV, film, music, podcasts, anybody with any piece of content, any digital asset, is now able to take that smart paywall and put it in front of their item, integrate into their existing infrastructure, and do all the things that I've touched on before. And so the funding that we've raised has been primarily for the product to evolve it into what it is now and where it's going. We've launched our inventory API, which means that people can sell what they want, as I touched on. And then we've got our rewards API, which means that you can tap into creating your own sort of configurable triggers, where upon a solicited behavior like signing up for a newsletter or playing a game or buying a ticket, you get rewarded into your wallet. In fact, like taking the Chile Scotland game, it could be that a Coca-Cola gives you the value to access that for a discount or for free if you opt into marketing, or you share your data, or you engage with the brand. That's to come. And then, as I touched on before, other things that we're focused on as well is how we can ensure that the wallet can hold branded credits, so that wherever you go, you can use different currencies, let's say, to pay for what you want when you want, and that value instantly finds its way, including the data, back to any associated parties. So we are a tech business. We go back to Recast TV. We started to get into the business of licensing. That's an expensive game to play, and trying to pull an audience into one platform is an expensive game to play as well. So the investment last year, and with where we're at now, is like I said, to take that to where those audiences and where the content is, and actually to almost create like the connective tissue amongst a world of sort of siloed platforms. Everybody's got the same problem. So in fact, imagine if the content can flow seamlessly from platform to platform or IP owner to platform. And in real time, the revenue is flowing back to any associated parties. That's where we see sort of the future of how the internet and the media landscape is gonna play out, and that requires a bit of investment as well, of course, to build it that kind of tech. So.